welcome back to my channel. Today's videos is a viewer's assumption video. A couple of weeks ago I put a post on the YouTube community asking for your assumptions about me. Behind the camera we've got Lex and Josh, and they're going to read out... Hi! That would be Lex. They're going to read out, and it's also very windy so we might all get blown away. They're going to read out your assumptions and I'm going to answer them without getting me knickers in a twist.
Are you wearing them?
Always.
Good. Not always.
Not always. I mean, sometimes I take them off, otherwise...
Just change them and wash them.
Yeah, not just the one pair.
That's
Lex's assumption about me.
Yeah.
Okay, Lex, over to you.
Okay, so the first one is from Mel Sparrow's End.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. So she says, I assume that you were good at English at school and other subjects of that ilk, but something stopped you from pursuing university. I assume you are content with your life, but also quietly ambitious. I assume that you read about 75 books a year. I hope mine are interesting assumptions. We'll be interested to know if any of them are close to the truth. Kissy, kissy, kissy face.
Okay, I was good at English at school and other subjects of that ilk. I was always rubbish at science and geography and anything that I didn't see the point of. Which obviously in later life you go, oh, that was the point of that, because then I'd know where places are. But I was good at English and stuff like that. I didn't go to university because life happened. I left home early and had a child early and didn't go to university. 75 books a year?
At least.
What does that divide down into a month? About
maths?
About 6 a month?
6 a week? Yeah.
6 a month? Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah, about 75 books a year sounds reasonable.
How many do you have on the go at any one time?
I always have at least 3 books on the go at any one time. Always.
And how do you not get them confused in your head?
Because they're all different books.
Okay.
So if they were all the same book, then they'd be very easy to not confuse. And if they were all similar books, then you'd confuse them. But they're all very different books.
What would happen, say for example, if you were reading 3 James Bond books at the same time?
Everyone would die.
And
the world would end.
And he would have like a lot of sex.
He would have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one. So Fandria, Falling on a Bruise.
Hi, Fandria.
I would assume that you were a bit of a rebel teenager. I have never ridden. Also assumes that you have never ridden a horse, that you have punched someone, you are a loyal friend, and have a secret cupboard full of bondage gear.
Okay. I was a bit of a desperate rebel as a teenager. I wanted to be one of the cool kids, so I suppose I did rebel a bit, and I was a bit, a bit kind of like, a bit of a desperate rebel, I suppose. I wasn't particularly happy in my teenage years at home. I wanted to get out as early as possible. So yeah, a bit of a desperate rebel. What was the next bit?
Never ridden a horse.
I have never ridden a horse. I have been on a horse, but not ridden a horse, and plainly not for many years, because horses don't need that in their life.
You have punched someone.
I don't recall ever having outright punched someone. I have been in the odd scuffle, but I don't recall ever having just wallop.
Boshed someone on the nose.
Definitely never boshed anyone on the nose, no.
You're a loyal friend.
I hope I'm a loyal friend. I hope I am.
She's alright.
I think I am.
She's alright, yeah.
She's alright.
I'm alright.
And have a secret cupboard full of bondage. Cupboard? Cupboard? There's a basement here that you've never seen.
Bondage basement. I don't have any secret cupboards. This house isn't big enough for secret cupboards, or if it is, I haven't found them yet. And I can't be arsed with all that bondage stuff. It's just too much like hard work, isn't it?
And also, with a lot of it, you've got to kind of like lube or talc yourself up to even get into it.
Yeah, otherwise it's a Ross from Friends moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know that Ross from Friends bit where he's got the leather trousers on and he sweats, and then he tries the baby lotion, he tries it, and he ends up as some kind of horrible Ross
and
cake.
It's a paste. And,
yeah,
and then
it's a paste!
No.
I'm sorry to disappoint, Fandria, but there is no secret cupboard full of bondage gear unless it's a secret from me.
Mrs. Carroll 1 says, I assume your heart is huge, you're so loving, and all this is sprinkled with humour, loyalty, and a stunning mind. No, completely wrong there.
I may have an enlarged heart, but I don't think that's quite what you meant. What was the rest? That I'm stunning?
Yeah. That you're... No, she didn't say that at all. That your heart is huge, you're so loving, and all this is sprinkled with humour, loyalty, and a stunning mind.
I think my heart may be enlarged. My soul was probably small and withered. And... I'll take humour. I'll go with humour. What was the rest?
You do have a fantastic sense of humour.
I have a fantastic sense of humour. My friend says so.
Loyalty and a stunning mind.
Again, I hope I'm loyal. And I think my mind is stunning. I'm frequently stunned by what goes on in there. So yeah, I'll take that.
Frida Baxter.
Hi, Frida.
Correctly assumes that you have a great sense of humour.
Thank you, Frida.
And that this helps you get through the daily challenges of life.
I don't know. Do you think my humour helps me through, or do you think I'm not sure I even get through the daily challenges of life? I think I just stumble through to the end of the day and then collapse.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Or something right?
Because if you can't laugh, you've got to go out killing people.
Yes, and that apparently frowned upon.
Yeah. In
I hope they can hear you, because otherwise my response is going to be a
They're
lot
gonna
of
be very
editing if you're
strange,
just
aren't
mumbling
they?
in the background. Yeah.
Rev D81 says, I assume you don't get on with your neighbours, as I've not heard you mention them in the waffles.
That is a false assumption. Neighbours that side is young Richard. Young Richard, he's just a little bit older than my son and his wife and his
I'm
kid.
35 now.
Well, he's a bit older than my son. That's 5 years older than my
Young
son.
Richard.
He's young compared to me. Anyway, we've lived in this house 22 years and Richard is like another son to me, so definitely get on with that side. They wander freely in and out. Mishka not so much because she doesn't know me as well, but they wander freely in and out and always have done. And this side is Sean and Matt, and I get on perfectly well with them. We don't know each other very, very well. They're a family with young kids, so their lives are different to mine, but we get on perfectly well. We're friendly.
And with young Richard as well, we've taken his dog out for a walk before.
Yeah, and Tina across the road I have known longer than I've lived in this house, because we were next door neighbours before I moved here, and when she moved in and this house became available, she let me know, so she must like me, otherwise she would have taken the opportunity to never be a neighbour again.
Yes.
Tina and I have been friends for years.
Deborah O'Shea,
Hi Deborah.
I assume you had your heart broken early in your life, and I also assume that if you could, you would open a rescue centre for dogs. I also assumed that you'd be hopeless at this, as you'd never be able to let any of the dogs you've rescued go.
I think the first assumption is wrong. I've never had my heart broken. My heart's never been out there to be broken. I've been let down. Oh boy, have I been let down.
You need a heart.
There is an
first to be
enormous
broken.
green bug flying
That
around.
really
It's vast.
is. You sure that wasn't like a
I
hummingbird?
think it might be an alien spaceship. It was huge. It's coming back. No, it's gone again. Okay, so yeah, never had my heart broken. My heart's never been out there on the table to be broken, but I have been let down quite thoroughly in people not turning out to be what you think they're going to be. I would love to open a rescue centre for dogs, but we would need a much bigger house than this one. 3 dogs is already too many in the space we have available. And yes, I would never be able to. I would be able to part with dogs if I could find loving homes for them, but I would certainly never be able to dispose of dogs.
No.
It would be a full life rescue centre. What do they call it? A no kill. It'd be a no kill. Yeah.
Which they all should be.
Yeah.
Fiona Thompson,
Hi Fiona.
I assume you have an addiction to mugs.
Wonder how
I don't think I have an addiction to mugs as is, because my own house not full of mugs. Anthony's the only one who drinks hot drinks. I only drink Pepsi Max. Natalie only drinks whatever that is, Monster or something. So Anthony's the only one who actually uses a mug. So not an addiction to mugs on a personal level, but I do have a bit of an issue with buying them to resell. I keep saying I'm going to stop doing that. I've just bought 2 more this morning, so maybe I have a mug problem.
You have you're a mug pusher.
I'm a mug pusher.
Debbie Morris,
Hi Debbie.
I assume you have very good mediation skills, and you are the calming influence on both sides of an argument.
I don't think you can be the calming influence if you're on both sides of an argument.
Look at Nat in the background.
Shush, Natalie, shush.
I'm the calmest thing in this
Yeah,
house.
Natalie is probably the calmest thing in this
No, I
house.
think Kai's the calmest thing in this
I don't
house.
know if I've got. I probably do have fairly good mediation skills if I am not involved in the issue in any way. I can probably sit and mediate fairly well. But when I'm in an argument, then I'm extremely uncalm and very. Yeah.
I think generally I agree with you on most things, and you are a person that has
Because
very
you're scared not to.
no, not at all. No, I mean, which kind of comes to the next question as well, from Dawn Sherry Paul,
Hi, Dawn.
who says, I assume that you have strong social mores and actively defend them, and that's what I think.
Yes, I think so. I have a very strong sense of what is right and what is wrong. It may not tie in. Lex and I were discussing this yesterday about whether you have any morals, whether you have ethics or whatever. And Lex said, I don't have any. I said, oh, you do. You have a very strong set of morals. That's not necessarily the prescribed ones that everybody else thinks you should have. So I have a very strong sense of what is right and what is wrong, how one should behave, what you should do. And yes, I will defend that quite strongly.
Susan Craig,
Hi, Susan.
I assume you are bright and know you have a good sense of humour, which often go hand in hand. I assume you are honest, straightforward and open, and would make a good friend. You probably relish positive feedback despite playing down your talents and strong points, which may be a self-protection mechanism.
Okay, I think I'm right. I hope I'm right. What was the next bit? And-
Assume that you and the good sense of humour which go hand in hand. Assume that you are honest, straightforward, and open, and would make a good friend.
I think I am mostly honest. I think I'm straightforward. I'm pretty sure I'm open, and I hope I make a good friend.
You probably relish positive feedback despite playing down your talents and strong points, which may be a self-protection mechanism.
I think we all relish positive feedback, no matter how much we go, no, don't compliment. We're all like, yes, tell me good things. So I think we all relish positive feedback.
But it's like the sometimes it's difficult to take a compliment thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And also because we're very British, so we're taught not to brag, not to boast. You know, Britain in general is not a... If somebody says to you, that's a beautiful dress, you have to say, oh, thank you. It was in the sale.
Exactly. We're very self-deprecating.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's an inbuilt... Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're very much taught not to blow our own trumpets.
Yeah, someone will, you know, oh, that's a nice skirt you're wearing. Thanks, it's from Tesco.
Yeah. Or go to the charity shop.
Yeah.
Not just
say,
thank
like,
you.
Lisa Slachter, I hope I said that right.
Sorry, tide's coming in.
All right. Blimey neck. So, Lisa Slachter.
Hi, Lisa.
I assume that you would rather work for someone you love and make less money than work for someone you hate and make more. She also assumes that you love karaoke and that you hate asparagus.
I would rather work for myself and make no money than work for somebody else and be the state I was in last time I tried that. So yeah, I would definitely, yeah. The size of the wage packet is definitely not as important as the state of the mental health. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. She assumes I love karaoke. Funnily enough, I don't love karaoke. You would think I would because I can't stop bloody singing. But I am self-conscious about standing up in front of people. So if I could do karaoke from behind a screen, I'd be quite happy with that. But I feel very self-conscious when I stand on stage. I feel like people are going... The moment I step into the public limelight, I feel like people are going, oh my God, look at the size of her, and sniggering. And they might not be. And even if I had a voice like Beyonce, I still feel like everybody going, yeah, but look at the size of her. So I don't love karaoke because it's too public. Yeah.
And do you hate asparagus?
I do hate asparagus. It's disgusting. It tastes like wee.
It is pretty gross.
Yes.
Yeah. Vicky the toy hoarder.
Hi, Vicky.
I assume you are incredibly thoughtful and sensitive to those in your inner circle. Perhaps stepping over the mark here, but I also assume that you are romantically lonely, but feel that you are too set in your ways to change things. Love isn't about finding happiness in someone or making someone else happy. It's about being happy with someone. Again, though, I hope I haven't overstepped the mark. Yes, you have. Get out.
I don't think you've overstepped the mark. However, it's when it's long, I forget the beginning because I'm old.
So the first bit was that you're incredibly thoughtful and sensitive to those in your inner circle.
Don't think I am. I don't think I'm as sensitive as I ought to be. And there are times, like recently, when somebody pulled me up on something and it made me go, oh God, have I been bumbling around being crass and insensitive? So I don't think I am incredibly sensitive, and I think I should try harder. I try to be thoughtful, but maybe I don't always succeed. And the next bit?
The next bit is assume
romantically
that you are romantically
lonely. No, I don't believe in romance. I don't particularly believe in love. I don't particularly want someone to love, cherish and hold me. I'd quite like someone who could put shelves up. That would be handy. Outhouses, it's the outhouse thing again. But no, not remotely romantically lonely. What was it? Scared of changing the status quo.
Yeah, that you're too set in your ways to change things.
No, it's not about being set in my ways. It's about not wanting to go down those paths again. It doesn't work well. I'm not good in relationships, and apparently nor are any of the men in the world. So no, I'm not romantically lonely whatsoever. Romance is not something I give any thought to.
Jackie How?
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
I assume you are resilient and soft-hearted and loyal to those you care about.
I think I'm fairly resilient. I've bounced back through most setbacks. I don't know if I'm soft-hearted or not. In some ways, perhaps, but in some ways, I've become hard-hearted. In some aspects, I think we all have a bit of soft-hearted and
loyal to those you care about.
I hope I'm loyal. I try.
You're a Leo.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing of being a Leo.
Yeah.
Proud of your pride. Alma Madison.
Hi, Alma.
I assume that you like to travel, that you are artistic, and that you fancy aid.
I like to travel from the point of view I like to go on holiday. I don't particularly enjoy the actual journeying. I like to be other places, and I would love to be able to just zap myself other places. Like Star Trek, beam me up. But yeah, I'd love to see more places. I'd love to be fit enough to see more places. So some of the places I'd like to see, I'm probably not in a condition to go and see. You know, I look at Becca when she goes backpacking and I'm like, oh, it looks fun, but I couldn't do it. There's no hotels. She doesn't, you know, they stay in hostels and camp and stuff. Oh no, I like beds and showers and breakfasts on plates. Am I artistic? I can't draw.
See, I think
I don't think I'm not
think
creative. I think I am creative, but I'm not artistic. I don't think they're
you are.
the same thing.
I think you are. I've seen some of the things that you've done, like your pebbles and your journals and things like
Yeah,
that.
I don't think I'm artistic.
And that you fancy Aid.
Oh, Aid's beautiful, isn't he? Isn't he a beautiful, beautiful man? Plainly, I would. All this romantic stuff I just talked about, all the fact that, you know, the bondage gear, all of it, it's all for Aid.
You'd give it all up for him.
I wouldn't give up the bondage gear. If I gave up the bondage gear for Aid, what a disappointing time we'd have.
She's always flipping Mandy.
She is always flipping Mandy.
I assume that you are a very happy and grateful person, that you have a massive heart, you would kill anyone who hurt your loved ones, and that you are good at maths.
I think I'm reasonably happy. Is it happy and grateful?
Happy and grateful.
I'm reasonably happy. I don't know if I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be alive, you know, that's always good. I wake up every morning thinking, oh, didn't die. Excellent. I don't know if I'm grateful because I feel like anything that I've achieved. So who am I going to be grateful to?
Yourself.
Yeah.
To the universe.
Yeah, to the universe. Yeah, grateful to the universe for the things the universe provides. But enlarged heart. We talk about my enlarged heart again. Yeah, probably got fatty heart. How do you go? Yes, I've got a big heart. Don't know if I have. A small withered heart, I would have thought. Little swinging golden
Black
brick.
stone one.
Black stone heart.
Yeah.
And I would kill anyone who hurt my loved ones.
Yeah. And that you were good at maths.
I would certainly berate strongly anyone who hurt my loved ones. Yeah. I don't know if I'd kill, but I would berate strongly. Anybody hurt you recently? Shall Mummy go and get them for you? I did storm down the road one day to get involved in a fight that Natalie was having. She's never really forgiven me. Have you?
No.
It's embarrassing, apparently. But yeah, I
That
did
was probably the most humiliating moment of my life.
pick on my kid. Okay.
Mandy also assumes that you're good at maths.
I'm all right at mental arithmetic. I wouldn't say don't stick quantum maths at me or anything involving. I'm all right with
Quadratic equations.
yeah, can't do equations.
Ooh, I love expanding and contracting quadratic equations. They're my favourite.
No. Basic maths and mental arithmetic, and I can add things up fairly quickly and so on and so forth.
6 times 2.
Sorry.
Wrong.
I had 20 minutes to think about it, but
I was going to say, it's only because you took your
I'm
shoes
all
off.
right at maths.
Deborah T.
Hi, Deborah T.
I assumed that you would love to get more tattoos.
I don't know if love to get. I would probably consider getting more tattoos if something comes along that I like the idea of. But I've run out of places that I want them because I think tattoos have to go on a part of your body that you're happy to look at. So I absolutely loathe my legs, so I wouldn't have tattoos on my legs. I wouldn't have tattoos on my stomach or my. There's very little point having them on your back because you can't see them. I wouldn't have one on my stomach because my boobs. No, I've run out of places to have tattoos, but I would be open to the idea of more if I saw something I loved.
Patsy Adams.
Hi, Patsy.
I assume that you are very independent and have many skills you could call upon to make a living. I assume you have a natural sense of humour, but you choose to be a glass half full rather than half empty.
I am naturally independent. I think I've been forced to be over the years. You discover that I just better get on with it. We just better get on with this because nobody's coming on a white charger to save you. Just to break that down. So yeah, I'm independent. What was the next bit?
That you have many skills that you could call upon to make a living.
I don't know if I have many skills, but I certainly have some skills that I could call upon to make a living.
I assume you have a natural sense of humour.
I hope I have a natural sense of humour.
And you choose to be a glass half full rather than half empty.
Yeah, I definitely choose to try and look on the positives in every situation because otherwise you just bog down, don't you? Mm-hmm. If you just go everything shit all the time, you just bog down. And there's been times recently when I've slipped and gone, oh God, it really is all rubbish. But yeah, as a general rule, I try to choose to be a glass half full person.
Yes. Deb Hughes says that her mum
Hi, Deb's mum.
assumes that you can be a very supportive friend.
Again, I hope so. I try. I'll hold you up, Josh.
Aww.
When you fall under the weight
raise you up.
so you can stand on mountains. We're not leaving that in.
No. Marilyn's.
Hi, Maryland.
I assume you are content with your life as it is now, but would one day like to own a farm with some family members and have chickens, goats, sheep, pigs, donkeys, horses and dogs. You are thoughtful, caring and you are loyal.
I would say that I accept my life as it is, and I don't know if I'm content with it. There's lots of things about it that I would like to. If you gave me a magic wand, I'd change loads of things. So I presume that implies you're not particularly content with it. But I accept my life the way it is now. But yes, I would love to have a country house with outhouses, storage, and places for lots of animals. Was there an ostrich in that list?
No, but I mean, I'm sure it's open to interpretation.
Okay, who wanted an ostrich? Someone the other day wanted an ostrich. Was that you?
No.
Josh.
Me.
Josh wants an ostrich. You want an alpaca? I just want dogs. Lots and lots of dogs.
Dorothy Bennett.
Hi, Dorothy.
I assume that you are shy deep inside.
I'm afraid that is very much a false assumption. I am not shy. I am self-conscious about my appearance, but that's not the same as being shy. I'm not shy at all.
But even then, when you say you're self-conscious about your appearance, the first day I met you, we shared a hotel room and you pretty much stripped down naked in front of me and I was like,
I knew you'd like it.
Oh, is that... Oh, right, okay.
I wasn't self-conscious about my appearance with you because I knew you were my friend, even though it was the first time we'd met when you were a friend. But I wouldn't, if you said to me, can you walk into a room of strangers and strip down? Hell no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So I knew you were my friend, and I knew that no matter, even if you did look around at my body and go look at the state of that.
And because you did that, it made me feel more comfortable about also getting changed and...
Yeah, we're going to have to share a hotel room. We're not going to be able to... And it had a glass door, so it wasn't like
That's
there was anywhere
also
we
true.
could go for privacy.
Yeah.
When I say a glass door, I don't mean into the room, because that would be weird. Not a glass room door. The bathroom had a glass door, so there was... And the toilet... And you could... If you stood in the right place in the room, you could see
you could wave at
through
each
the glass
other.
door to the person sitting on the toilet. Not that we did, but it was a very odd design for a bathroom door.
Very
Why would you
much
put a
so.
glass door on the bathroom?
Yeah.
Maybe our ties have been.
But yeah, I'm not shy. I can walk into a room and talk to. I could address a stadium full of people if I needed to. 10 years of doing Ann Summers strips any shyness, and there wasn't much before that.
Kathy Ella,
Hi, Kathy.
I assume that you don't tolerate stupid people very easily. That when you get mad, everyone knows it. You have been in a fist fight in your mid-20s. That you are careful with your temper, knowing that you could lose it and do some damage to people.
Oh wow, Kathy
I
thinks
know.
I'm a thug.
But also, has she met you?
Kathy thinks I'm a thug. Okay, so
Kathy's me.
break it down for me again.
Okay,
Break it
that
down
you
for
don't tolerate stupid people.
I don't tolerate stupid people. I know I ought to. I know it's not stupid people's fault if they're stupid, but I struggle with stupidity, and so I try to avoid it.
Surely it's more
Stupid
ignorance.
people are-
Oh yeah, ignorance. I won't tolerate ignorance.
That you get mad and everyone knows it.
Yes, if I get mad, I go off pop, but I go off pop very suddenly, and also it's over very suddenly
Yes.
as well. I'm a bit like
Like in a choo-choo
like
train.
a pressure cooker that every now and again fizzes out some steam, and then I'm all right again afterwards. Yeah.
You've been in a fist fight in your mid-20s.
I have never, to my knowledge, been in a fist fight. No. Like I said, the odd scuffle here and there, but no.
You are careful with your temper, knowing that you could lose it and do some damage to people.
I am careful with my temper, knowing that I could say some things that I could not come back from, knowing that I have the capacity to be hurtful and to say things to people that I would not be able to take back and that they would not be able to forget. So I'm careful with my temper because I don't want to say... I don't want to go too far in speech, but not in that I would lose my temper and lash out and hurt someone. There's never any danger of that. That's, I'm not. I never feel violent towards people, but I could be. My tongue could be too malicious, so I'm careful with my temper in case my tongue gets out of control.
DME.
Hi, DME.
I
A
assume
tail just went past the camera lens.
I assume you would have more pets if you had more space outside, such as chickens and maybe a goat.
I would have more pets. I would have chickens. I don't know about a goat because they can be a pain in the bum. They eat everything in sight and they butt you when you're not expecting it.
We'd have so many goats.
We're not having goats.
Goats is so cool. They also assume that you would have been the first one to march your kids round to someone else's house to apologise if they'd done something wrong when they were little and when
Yes.
they're big.
Yeah, absolutely. If you misbehave, you will come and you will apologise and you will not do it again because you will be embarrassed about the way you would. Yeah.
You have a strong social conscience.
Do I have a strong social conscience?
Good
Yes,
to-
I suppose so. Yeah, for the many, not the few. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense.
They also say that you'd whoop Steve Green's ass in, and that given the opportunity again, you'd whoop Steve Green's ass in an arm wrestle.
I think the arm wrestling days are over and done with, and I'm not entirely sure that I ever legitimately won. If I'm really honest, I know I cheated the first 2 times, and I kind of feel like he let me win the 3rd time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think. I think I'll stick with thrice champion and not push my luck for 4.
Absolutely. Lisa J.
Hi, Lisa.
I assume you have always been a confident, outgoing person, that you have little patience for idiots, you are happy being single and independent, you are a loyal friend, a creature of habit, and you don't see the need to venture out of your comfort zone. You like doing YouTube, and you would make it a full-time job if it paid enough.
I would say all of those are reasonable. Yeah.
Yes, they were
And
all...
to venture out of your comfort zone, again, if there was something I wanted to do, I would do it. I'm not scared to go out of my comfort zone. So if there's something I want to do, I'll do it. But
You did say
Go
to
on.
me once, though, that one of the things that you liked about me is that I did things. Is that...
yeah, and so this year I started.
Yeah.
This year was going to be the year
Yeah.
that I did different things. That if I fancied doing, it wasn't being scared to do it. It was just never getting around to do it. So things like, oh, I wish I'd booked those comedy tickets, or oh, she would have been fun. And so this year I decided I would book tickets and go and do things. And COVID went, no, you won't. No, no, you won't. You won't do any of those things. You thought you would, but you wouldn't. But yeah, it's not seeing the need to step out of your comfort zone. It's more realising that there are more things you could be doing.
Sophie Burrows.
Hi, Sophie.
This is the last but one question, by the way. I assume you have lots of friends, own your own home, prefer to be single, and love dogs more than cats.
I have some friends. I don't think I have lots of. I have lots of acquaintances. I know lots of people, and I have some friends. I know loads and loads of people who you might go, oh, that's my friend so and so, but they're people I know rather than my friends. And love dogs. I do love dogs.
More than cats.
More than cats. Cats are nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against cats, and I'm always look a cat and I give a cat a cuddle and chat to a cat. But dogs love you back, and cats tend not to be that bothered, if we're honest.
And that's why I love cats. Rust Reloaded
Rust Reloaded. Hi, Rust.
starts with actually a compliment,
Oh, does it degenerate?
and then it just goes downhill after that. Yeah.
Okay.
It says that you are highly intelligent. That's an observation, not an assumption. I assume that you've not exploited this as much as you might have done because either your life circumstances didn't lend themselves to it at particular junctures, or because you thought something along the lines of, stuff it, I'm not going to jump through your hoops, play your games, conform with your view of how I should be, and your innate intellect has defined your success rather than pursuing one of the cookie cutter versions of success which we're all supposed to aspire to.
Whoa.
I know, right?
I don't think I have any success that's been defined by anything, but yeah, I don't think I'm successful in any way, to be honest.
I'm pretty good.
No?
I'm alive. I successfully breathe for 24 hours a day. But I wouldn't call myself a success at anything. I mean, I've produced 2 children who aren't in prison. That's reasonably successful.
Especially for
Especially for that one, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
dodgy fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm a hell of a lot less dodgy than the other one.
But yeah, I'm not particularly conformist. And I'm very, very bad at being employed, which has probably affected my success rate over the years. Very bad at being employed.
But what do you judge success by, though? Because
I don't have a big house and lots of money, if that's what you judge success by. However, I do have a roof over my head, food on my table, children who seem to be all right with me most of the time. I wouldn't go as far as love me, but they seem to be all right with me most of the time.
I love you.
She loves me. And friends who are here, so presumably find me tolerable.
yeah.
So that's the reason I'm a huge success. I'm a
Feel free to
roaring
agree, Josh.
success.
See, there we go. How do you judge success?
Is that it? Is that last one?
No. There's a little bit more
There's
to
a
this.
little bit more.
I assume that you're self-aware, well-balanced and non-judgmental, unless someone's an obnoxious prat, in which case you judge them as an obnoxious prat.
I think I'm self-aware, although recently I was challenged on that and made to decide whether I was self-aware. I think I am. Mm-hmm. I think I'm reasonably well-balanced. I don't think I'm an unbalanced individual. I think I'm reasonably well-balanced. I can't honestly say that I'm non-judgmental, because I can be very judgmental, but I usually pull myself up on it and go, Nothing to do with you. If she's wearing a pink top with orange trousers, what's that got to do with you? For example, if you're watching this wearing a pink top and orange trousers, you do you.
Well, right now, I mean, look at me.
Lex, pink top. No, but yeah, I can be judgmental, but I try and stop myself, try and catch myself at it, and so that yeah, my inner voice, whatever you want to call it, is usually on guard. Mm-hmm. And what was the rest of it?
It was the if someone's an obnoxious prat, you will.
If someone's an obnoxious prat, I won't even attempt to be non-judgmental. I will judge.
Absolutely. Flippin' lootly.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all of the questions from there.
Okay, Lex has got some apparently.
No. I just wanted to say my assumption of you is, no, shush. Though we were going to meet on the way to Hitchin because you picked me up.
We were going to meet on the way to Hitchin because we picked Lex up at the station.
Yeah, and I wanted to do a video where it looked like I was all really excited about meeting you, and that then we'd be really depressed in the car. Mm-hmm. And I had no problem asking you to do that because I knew that we had the same sense of humour, that you would also find it funny.
Yeah. And we did it.
And we did.
And we kept a straight face.
It was very difficult though, because we pretty much laughed the whole entire time. So to be able to sit there for 20 seconds and not laugh while doing it was pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
But I assumed that we would get on.
Yeah.
Because we both got it. And I also assumed, and it's been confirmed, that your humour is as dark as mine.
Yeah. If you'd like to see Lex do one of these assumption videos, leave your assumptions about Lex in the comments down below, and in a couple of weeks' time when we get together for our birthday shindig, our joint birthday shindig, we'll do an assumptions video about Lex on Lex's channel. That'll be fun.
Yay!
Yay! Lex is scared. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Thank you to everyone who sent their assumptions. Thank you to you guys who are watching this now, and remember to do a comment, do a subscribe, do a thing. Okay. Thanks for watching. Back with something else soon. Take care. Bye.